yellow Nissan ambulances. Not one of them is registered. They're all got stamped with ambulance. They're all running around, flashing, with emergency lights. So that is definitely a problem. How we approach it, well, I don't think we can drag them all off the road right now. I think we can give them time to come up to speed, time to register. We set a definite deadline for people to do this. Right? Because this law first came out or the administrative order came out in 2016. Then they were given a 2-year sort of period to do it. Then that didn't really happen, and we had COVID and everything coming and distracted everything. So I was with Secretary Herbosa yesterday with the Department of Health. I'm pretty concerned that we start dragging ambulances off the road sort of now and leave a big gap in patient transport. But I think it's fair to set for you, I'm advising to set a deadline for all of these, including government, to come up to spec, to come up to the register. The other thing that really concerns me is you were talking about emergency lights and beacons. There are vehicles running around on non-emergency runs all the time using emergency beacons. This is a very big problem because it desensitizes the public. These are things that should only be used for emergency response, no other time. And the problem is that the public just see it, they just got the same old thing, same thing. So the LTO really needs to tackle that problem. We need to stop people using it. And I've seen a continuing number of private cars and even motorbikes flashing blue and red. This all takes away from the purpose of emergency vehicles. It takes it all away. Right? There's a lot of bad things going on. But when it comes to the colorum ambulances, I think we have to extend the deadline to tell them they must come up. And at that period, then it will be implemented. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Almora.
Yes, sir. Might just be clarified about the word unregistered, because it seems that you are referring to two things. One, unregistered on the LTO, unregistered with the OH. So, if it is on the LTO side, then we have to get the data, find out, and we will ensure that we will apprehend them. But if they are actually registered with LTO, but they are not accredited or licensed, they don't have the DOH LTO license to operate as an ambulance, that's another concern, sir. So yeah, okay. I think it's more on the DOH side, but on LTO, ensure that all motor vehicles flying the road are registered. And on the use of the lights, we are implementing PD96, and actually that's one concern, because under the land transportation laws, ambulances should only have the blue lights. The red, white, and blue are for enforcement. But why is it that all these ambulances have this red, white, and blue? We are giving, of course, on the side of enforcement, as you have mentioned, most of these violators are also government vehicles. So we do some intensive information campaign. We do some operations where we check ambulances. Even if there's no patient, they're using their blinkers, but when we check them, they will say, we are on our way to get a patient. So all of these are challenges that the law enforcement are met on the road. And we hope that with all of these gentlemen here, the stakeholders here, we could find an answer on really how to implement the laws. Thank you, sir.
I would just, if I may, I would just like to clarify, I'm not only talking about ambulances abusing emergency lights. There's drugs abuse across the board.
Actually po, with the concerns of the lights, no, one thing is availability. I also have done retrofitting of our ambulances. One thing is how to do it as an ambulance. So may kakulangan din tayo sa supplies. So kung minsan po that is the availability. But if we could put in place kung anong kulay ng ilaw for a certain service which they are doing in other countries, sa US, sa UK, meron na po sila nakalagay kung ano ang kulay ng blinker for a particular service. That will help, and this actually will be the start of it. No? Tama po kayo, you are right. Majority, excuse me po, may media pa naman, majority of the violators are coming from the local government. No? Wag sana akong pagalitan ng mga kapartner natin na nasa LGU. But the reality behind it is sometimes yung how those should be implemented. It has been, may moratorium po in terms of the licensing, and then in 2020, supposedly it will be the deadline. But again, since the pandemic has been there, nag-extend na naman. So we are already in the registration process under the DOH, if I may speak for DOH, na andun na po ang registration process. The problem right now is how the LGU should be accepting the fact that they have to register as well. May nakakausap po ko, sabi nila, no, we are under OCD. Yes, under the disaster program and other all concerns for the disasters, they fall under the OCD. But in terms of other things, they should follow which government or branch of agency should be there in order to regulate them. Private provider po ako. The time that I was registering one ambulance, since na-acquire po siya second hand, they asked for a proof sa highway patrol. Why are we putting blinkers and everything? They want it removed. So in fairness there, one particular area na-implement po nila. So it has to be implemented nationwide on a standard basis. Para po hindi iba-iba na ako hindi. And there should be no such thing as automatic licensing and automatic registration. Everybody, everyone, whatever branch you are, if you're going to operate an ambulance in particular, you have to undergo the process. So yun po isa siguro na hopefully moving forward, looking into the future, that this workshop, this orientation will be providing us po with answers and implementation afterwards po.